today's powers, pies, and some pools. I could have trained a lot earlier today, but it was about 90 degrees. And I really didn't feel like I'm trained when it was 90 degrees. Not gonna lie. It's still quite warm out. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's cooled off a little bit, but not enough for it to be unbearable. Well, I guess it's not really that bad, but so theoretically, 3 sets of 3 in the virus match. I don't know if I'm gonna do sets of 3, but I'm gonna wrap up the knee drops, wrap up the knees, and then just start hammering away. But we'll see. I mean, this session is definitely a very subjective one in the sense that I don't really need to push really at all because I want to go heavy tomorrow, so move and try to feel decent. Pulls will be fine. They're just at 125 for 3x3. The press and the split. So the snatch pulls and the press and split were, I guess, kind of like scheduled for yesterday, but my friends swelled well, so I gave myself the reward of pushing them off till the next day. Always. Today, power snatch and power clean and jerk. And some snatch pull and some press and the split. But it is muy caliente. I wish that song was just download. I need to remember to bring. That phone doesn't have a SIM card in it, so it has to depend on Wi-Fi to. So if I download all the music, then it's fine. But kind of needed to stay on the Wi-Fi long enough to get connected or get downloaded. But ear apps just always feel good to have on. The compression. I like to wear them even if I'm not putting them on. Like today, I'm putting them on, but like not like loose, but I'm not like cranking them tight. Alright. Yeah, like probably 2 hours ago, I mowed the grass in the front yard, and it's not. I don't have a very big yard, but I was like, this is actually uncomfortable. Like it was temperature-wise uncomfortable. We're kind of hitting that point in the summer where you're gonna get some days where it's just like unbearably hot. That's why it's nice I'm not a baseball player or anything anymore. I don't gotta deal with it. Warmed up enough, it's light enough, so I'm just gonna throw 40 on there and start yeeting it. store. But we'll go ahead and do that for another set. Get fully warmed up, and then I mean probably the most I'll go up to is 80. I can't imagine I'll feel better from more. Give it a 60 now. Do 60 per double, and then just do some doubles at 80. Probably I can do 3. That's not too might honestly just stop at 60 and just do some power clean and jerks at 80. We'll see though. The program was originally 3 sets of 3. I don't think I'm going to do that much. I think just one set. One double at 80 is going to be sufficient. Get myself loosey-goosey. And same with playing jerks. Just one power and a jerk with 100 will be fine. When you try and do too much. Wrist is sore. I'm glad I didn't need to put the wrist wrap on though. So it wasn't too bad. Oh, it's weird when people come back to ask weird stuff. It's just a sign of mental illness, probably. We're gonna see how the fire clay feels with straps on. Might not use it, but we'll see. Just 60 here. 60, 80, 100. Didn't feel too bad. Thought it might be a little bit irritating for my wrist, but it was fun. Had a little overhead press with it. We'll go. What's up, Tay? Mr. Free. We'll do 95. What's up, Tay? See if I can press it. I really just want to jump to 100 and see if I can press it right from 80, but 95 will be a smarter attempt. Sure, drink water. So that's like 90 degrees still. So we're trying fire cleaning press and the work. If I can't do the press, we'll still do the jerk. Press. You gotta pretend like I'm a track athlete. Big strong mouth. I think we can do 100. I'm glad I did 95 though. I'm trying 100 though. They never complained to me, but I don't live. So the type of neighborhood that I live in, someone playing loud music is a pretty minor issue. Not that I necessarily live in a bad area, but if the worst thing that your neighbor is doing is playing loud music, unless it's, you know, it's like 1 in the morning or 3 in the morning or something stupid, but no, it's never been an issue. I did have one moment just a couple years ago. There was some like weird domestic thing happening on the other street, and we were all standing out on the street, looking to see, you know, what all the yelling and hoopla was about. And I was discussing it with my neighbors when I had my old platform, and he was like, you know, you lifting out there? He's like, yeah, it's, you know, it's really cool. It's like, it's crazy, you know, you're doing like, you know, your job, but I can, you know, shakes the house and stuff. And that was the impetus to get me to build a better platform. So I just hope I don't shake the house, or, you know, I don't live, like, my shed's not so close to where if it's built properly it should do that, but that's ideal that I wouldn't do that because it's gonna make noise or whatever. But the only thing I really do is, like, if it's really late, like really after like 10 or 10:30, I'll close the shed door, and that's so I can still play music, but also helps with the bugs as well, so it kind of helps on two ends with that. It's filled with NIMBYs. I don't even know what that means. Is that like local talk for mosquitoes? Not in my bed. What is a NIMBY? Oh, not in my backyard. No, so if I lived in like a middle class or upper middle class neighborhood, or somewhere that has like an HOA, like I can see that being an issue. But my neighborhood is middle to lower middle class. I certainly wouldn't say it's like low income neighborhood or anything like that, but the chances that I'm gonna do something in my house loud enough to like disrupt people would be very awkward, because it would be like throwing a stone in a glass house. Like, I would never call on my unless you hear someone like dying or you hear something insane. But like I'll hear one of my neighbors they'll have parties or whatever and they'll play music late at night. I would never imagine like I'm gonna call the police. They're too loud. Like I mean, if they were standing next to my window with a boombox and like blasting bass at like 1 in the morning or whatever, and it's like, but like if I put earplugs in, I'm fine. So our houses are real close to each other, so I mean, I'm not gonna grief my neighbors when they don't grief me. And they aren't, frankly, like I'm happy with my neighbors, so I don't have anyone that lives by me that I'm like constantly like worried about anything. They both seem sensible enough, but I'm also not like confrontational. I mean, the only time I would envision like being like confrontational with someone is like if they were literally like damaging my house or like I don't know throwing stuff in my yard, like just doing like absurd stuff. But people leave each other alone. Um, but I think a lot of the like that type of like Karen energy is definitely like upper middle class type neighborhoods. I could see that happening in a house like I grew up in a neighborhood like that. But even there, like people are pretty chill. Um, but yeah, you do see those situations, and I think, I mean, currently like neighbors change occasionally. I'm lucky that the most annoying thing that we ever experienced is like dogs being out at the same time when my roommates lived with me and they had dogs, and that's not like a bad neighbor. That's just two households that have dogs and they bark at each other. And the old neighbor that lived there, they had a little kid, and she wasn't annoying or anything, but she would always be talking or whatever, or not not that. See, that part sounds like it's being mean, but when she'd be out and talking, there would be one of the dogs that would be outside, and one of them was very territorial, so he would be like freaking out at her, and she was always like, "It's okay, don't worry about it." Same with like her grandma, and it's like, well, it's not just that the dog's barking; the dog is clearly very stressed, so like we're dragging him in, or whatever. But she'd always want to go up to the fence, and like it's just not, just unsafe stuff like that. But she was always sweet. I think she even took my trash can up one day. Um, but yeah, they moved out. I don't know, probably 2 years ago at this point. And the people that live there now, they're fine. They have a really pretty dog. They've had lots of dogs. They have like a litter of dogs, and they just have one or two now. But they're really pretty dogs. I wanna hop the fence and go and pet them, but yeah, thankfully my neighbors. I mean, like frankly, like I keep I take care of my house. I don't have domestic. I don't have the cops called on me, and I lift weights. Like it's as far as neighbors go, I'm pretty top of the. I'm pretty top of the line. Yeah, that's They have like a pit bull mix. It's not definitely not like a golden lab, but the school I teach at has a therapy dog that's a golden retriever. Bendy, she's awesome. All right, let's see if we can press 100. Press 100. Let's listen to some some Espanol music. 100 would be really cool, but if it doesn't work, I'll just do the jerk. sentimiento. I'll certainly take that any day of the week. Yeah, a lot of, I don't think every school in our district does. So we have K to 2 schools, and all of those have a therapy dog. And yeah, I mean, like, I love dogs, so it's fantastic. It's living by myself and like getting home at a minimum like 4:30. That's if like I hit no traffic, which I always do, so it's always later. I would have a dog that would be by himself or herself all day long, and I don't think that'd be ideal for a dog. And it's just like I'd be able to give a dog a better situation than like in a shelter and stuff, but it just doesn't feel right to do that. But having a dog at school is quite awesome. It's like, you know, between class or if I have a break or whatever, just go and hang out with Bendy. play fetch a third in the gym. I've done that. I'll do that sometimes. She's a little older though, so she'll get a little hyper, but not as hyper as like a younger dog. But she's real sweet. Golden Retrievers though are pretty awesome dogs. I had chocolate labs. I had a black lab and a chocolate lab growing up. I never had a golden retriever, but labs are good dogs. They're kindergarten, first and second graders, so the statistical likelihood of them finding the stream is pretty unlikely. But like, I don't do anything that I wouldn't be. Like, anyone can find my stream. I don't do anything that I think is like objectionable or anything that would be like, you know, I just lift, you know, I'm lifting weights and talking. If I was doing controversial stuff or I don't know, then I'd be more embarrassed. But like, that's why I don't do. Not that I have a particular desire to, but like, I've never imagined doing like sketches or like potentially controversial content in I don't know. Big old firework. But I wouldn't imagine that just because like I'd get too much anxiety from doing that kind of stuff, even if it wasn't controversial in a sense. Just lift weights and talk about lifting weights and whatever I want to talk about. But to me, it's just like if you see a kid out in public. Like I went to a food event a couple weeks ago, and I saw actually quite a lot of students that I had that were just, you know, walking around. I think only 2 kids recognized me. I probably saw a dozen. And to me, it's like, you know, they're gonna, if you exist in life, they might see you somewhere, especially if like you're in the community doing stuff. It would happen not a ton with my old school, but I live really close to my old school I taught at, and so like if I went to the grocery store or something, like I've seen students there. But it's like, that's the grocery store we go, you know, it's the Walmart that we would all go to, so it's not wouldn't be a radical thing. But the weirdest thing I guess a kid would probably see me randomly in public is if I'm like this, all sweaty and covered in chalk. But they all know I lift weights, so they all ask. Perpetually, I'm always asked that. The blessing and curse of being large. It's kind of cool, like they're younger and some of them know like what squats and deadlifts are and have like a context for like what the lifts actually mean. Most of them don't, but some of them you can tell that their parents, they do something outside of, you know, they go to the gym or whatever. do an easy set of easy 3x3 with 125. And honestly, like with the press and the split, I mean, I could build with the weight a little bit, but I'll probably just do it with the bar since I haven't done. Not that it's a difficult movement, but did some extra pressing today. Really surprised that the 100 though moved. I mean, I'm not super strict with like keeping it. That's something I've gotten better at over the years, of not being overly strict when I'm doing a lift that it matters, but like the strictness of it doesn't matter. If I'm doing an overhead press, I'm not doing it in a competition, so it doesn't matter if it's bouncing around a little bit. I'm actually curious how much it is bouncing around. Yeah, I got a little bounce in there. See how the jerk look. Yeah, I'm happy with the jerk as well. Yeah, that's solid. Yeah, the jerk should look good. It's pretty light, but you never know. Alright, so it's just 125, so I'm gonna do 3x3, do it like cluster. One more. Alright. Left knee is a little sore in that first rep of the first set, which was a little concerning, but I felt fine on the rest of them. Definitely that jump rope in today is too hot. But I didn't do cardio, I think the last 2 nights, so I'm definitely gonna do a good amount tonight. I wear my watch when I do cluster sets like that. See how much cardio it gives me. More than nothing. Hurry definitely gets elevated a little bit, but nothing too crazy. It's free cardio. But hold up. I don't know who that is. We'll do some press and a split. And go in. Relax. The key with a light session is, of course, to keep the weights light, but also to make the session as expeditious as possible. So then the cognitive load isn't prolonged. I've never played Street Fighter, so I don't know who that is. I know what Street Fighter is, but I don't know any other characters. But I guess if he has muscles, it's probably good. And I forget what the rep scheme for these are, but because I'm doing it with the bar, I don't think it really matters. So we'll do, right, it's 3 sets, 10 reps. We'll do it clustered like we do with the snatch pulls, just to be done with them a little bit faster. It's still really hot. It's actually kind of crazy. Oh, he took off his messages because I don't know what Street Fighter is, or I don't know who the Street Fighter people are. He deleted his message, but he was talking about Street Fighter. One more set. Actually feel like my shoulders loosen up a little bit. My left one, I should say. Felt better on that second one. And it's actually, I actually have to think about my balance. First one I was a little too wiggly. little pump. Really productive session. Part of me almost just took the day off from lifting and just did cardio, but glad I came out. Glad I waited as well. Oh, there was a spider in my shoe. Oh, it's right by the strap. Oh, terrifying. It was smushed though. That was a piece of grass. So it was not in a spot I would think it would be in. Oh, alright, well, I'm glad I just kind of reacted. And my brain didn't really connect the dots until I threw it off me. You might have got a free F-bomb. Got a little shoulder pump too. Definitely need to do those more. Those felt really good. It's like a cool down exercise, like a little pump, a little practice of the, not really ton with the jerk, but more so the balance in that foot position, all that good stuff. But I will never complain about a good session like today. No missed lifts, got up to a heavy overhead press, easy pulls, easy accessory work. So now to go in and do cardio and hang out there. Deuces.